Hello, welcome back to Bald and Board Games. I'm Bald.
I'm Bored.
And today we are unboxing Tainted Grail, Kings of Ruin. Along with the miniatures, we have the deluxe book and the campsite. This thing is a beast. I have the other Tainted Grails, the original set, so Fall of Avalon, Red Death, The Last Night, Age of Legends, which we will end up playing through on the channel. But this box is about the size of 2 of those other boxes. It is ridiculous. So this is the 5th campaign out of all of Tainted Grail. I can say this for right now, which I don't know if it'll be true later or not, but at the moment, I don't need any more Tainted Grail. I have so much to get through.
Yeah, it's going to take us like 3 months.
I'm so excited, more than that. I mean, it's probably take us a month to get through one campaign, and this would take multiple. The book is huge. But
we should just take a week off from work
right?
and just play for a week straight.
Yeah, we'll see if Jen would allow me to do that. But so excited to dive in. Arthurian legend with this twisted horror aspect to it. It's difficult, kind of like a Dark Souls-y sort of game, but it has like an old school feel to like gaming where like you have to learn kind of where things are at. Yeah, so to go through like adventure games and stuff. I hear the story is amazing, and from the parts that I've kind of played a little bit here and there in the first one, it's written so well. So definitely excited to dive into this world and just get lost in it. And when Steve and I here do start our campaign for Tainted Grail, we will be playing through a complete campaign. So there's going to be a month, maybe 2, however long it takes us, where all of our videos on our main videos on Thursdays will be just Tainted Grail. One of my pet peeves, as I said beforehand, is when YouTube channels start a campaign and then they take a break mid-campaign, and then you don't get the rest of it for months, maybe until a year later. Like, no, we're here to play through it. We're going to do that for you. It's also easier for us because we stay in it. We don't have to relearn the rules or anything. We can just dive in and keep going.
Yeah, and we're starting with Fall of Avalon, work our way in order.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think the order is Fall of Avalon, then it's Red Death, then I think it's Last Night, and then Age of Legends. Let's actually get this off the table so that way the focus will come down, because it's going to try and focus on that guy. So we can just put it on.
We're good.
This is off camera. We're still on camera behind the thing. That's
but it's not going to focus on that.
You sure? Yeah. Because it's still focusing back to the center. Pick off the table. We can just put it down. Turn this in? Sure.
Right where the box I put down.
I got it over here.
Yeah, all right. So, first start, we will get to the big box in a moment. Then we have a whole miniatures box as well. But we have a brand new exploration journal.
Yeah, so this is the deluxe exploration journal. So, of course, the main game comes with its regular exploration journal. But this guy, I'll let you take it out. I've already taken
it and looked at it.
Oh, you're right. So we had to look at this. So this is a nice like faux leather top that's raised or receded, whatever, pressed. It's so nice. And then you're not really going to get any spoilers by seeing inside, so we'll just kind of skip through it. But the artwork, like every other piece of artwork in this game, is absolutely gorgeous. There's some like splash pages like this. There's some areas where like the beginning of different parts, there's like a little world like kind of splash page, which is incredible. And it functions like the other Tainted Grail. There's the Book of Secrets in the back, which you access if it tells you to. And then everything else is just based on the card number you're on as you go through.
EOR, whatever that is.
EOR?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then what's the back? Look, the back is also just flat leather.
Yep.
But yeah.
So it's going to be so fun to run.
That's even though we won't see this book for about a year.
Yep, absolutely won't. But we have it, and that's what's great. Love it. Tainted Grail, Kings of Ruin. I do know that they said they corrected a bunch of things from the original game into the new one that were kind of tough points. So this one should flow a lot better. I did get the update pack as well for the original one. That's not anything we're going to unbox or show on screen. It's literally just duplicate cards you're replacing in the old ones, and it's potentially like there's only 2 cards you actually add back into it, which aren't anything super special that need to be shown, and then replacement for the other storybook. So nothing that you haven't already seen. But that is the deluxe exploration journal. So we'll dive into the big box.
Yeah.
All right.
Save the miniatures for last.
Yes, here we go. let's get into the big boy. This is super exciting. Hefty mama. Got it?
Yeah.
Alrighty. And here we go.
Boop. Love the artwork just on the box alone.
Oh yeah, Steve is a big horror fan. Oh yeah, typical for these big boxes, the suction makes it the most difficult to get the top off.
Oh, and everything is packaged.
Oh yeah.
All right. So
what do we have? What do we have?
I'm going to pull this out first, just off to the side here.
There.
As always.
That's the rule book.
Yeah, we'll definitely, we're going to save the rule book. I usually love to just dig into the rule book, but since we're not touching Kings of Ruin for a while, we're just going to keep that off to the side.
So here we have, looks like some punch outs. So in the original one, so we can take this out of the bag here. In the original game, you can upgrade your skills 3 times or more. But when you get to the 3rd time, they had cards that you would add to the side. And it looks like this time, instead of cards, they actually have these little pieces here.
Oh, that's cool. Similar to, as much as I hate to say it, Seafall.
Yeah. Is this all the way zoomed in for our zoomed in view?
There we
go, yeah. So these guys, and it looks like they also have little holes in them as well.
Oh, so they're going to attach to something.
Well, so these I think attach directly to player boards. Oh, sorry, this way. And then that's where you have like your cubes that would typically go on the card. They go in this now. Which is really cool. So we'll put that back in here. Boop. And then it looks like we have some punch outs here, like Gloomhaven style for the monsters, which we won't punch those out right now because these may be in the miniatures pack that we have. So we'll wait to punch all that out until then. Lastly, the other thing that looks different, we have some dials here for something. So these clearly go into this. I'm not sure what that's for exactly. That's new.
Turn counter or something.
Something. I don't know if
skill checking, maybe.
Experience, health. I have no idea. What else you got there?
So this is all of your typical save sheets. So you have your save sheet book. You have your status sheet book. We have more status sheets, lost chapters, which I'm assuming is going to be a special like side part to this game versus the main quest line. We also have Into the Mist progression sheet, and then your player guides, which you can keep some stat things on. So obviously all of these, we'll see the miniatures probably for a lot of these players here shortly, but all these stat sheets and everything.
Yeah, so actually, so these guys here, these were they're actually part of, so originally this was an expansion in the base one, where you had objectives for each character, which got you a different ability.
Oh, sweet.
So it looks like that's just included in this one already.
These are all the different characters.
It was great. Gertrude.
Yeah.
Nice. Very cool. Oh, what is that? Into the Mist progress sheet.
And then lost chapters and then with the normal too.
So it looks like they have some interesting.
Some additional
progress sheets per chapter. That's new. Must have been some feedback they had. Cool.
We have a secret envelope, which obviously we're going to follow for one. Well, this is the only instruction we follow in every game.
Yeah.
Do not open until instructed. So we have the secret envelope. It's pretty thick. It feels like it has like a pad in it or something.
We do not spoil things for ourselves.
We have the stretch goal exploration journal. And then you have the big one here.
Nice. Yes, so the big one here is the same as the other one that we have. So I'm going to keep this sealed. I think Steve is going to hold on to this. We're going to keep the nice one in the box here with everything.
Yes.
I'll put this over here.
So let's see what this stretch goal one is. What does it add as I throw that to the ground by accident? Okay.
I wonder if that's actually included in this as well.
Stretch goals box component list. So you get 4 other model miniatures. We get the exploration journal we currently have in our hands. Oh, there we go. The 20 lost chapter status sheet and the 20 progress sheets. Nice. And the notebook, which is this, if you want to show that.
Yeah, so just like the other one, the original one has a notebook, which is where you can take down notes, and it has artwork in here for as you play.
Yeah, so this is the lost chapter book, as you can see right here.
Nice.
So we're obviously keeping with the big one, mostly, unless it's in there.
That's what I'm double
200.
check. Just lost chapters.
Yeah, but
LC1.
LC was not. I didn't see it there.
You didn't LC it there? BRBOS.
Unless it's before the Book of Secrets.
Book of Secrets is typically in the back.
Yeah.
This does look thicker, which is why I think it might be in here.
You gotta go through all this black. There you go. No, that starts at 160. This starts at 200.
That's at 200?
Yeah. Straywood's 200. So this might be a completely separate book.
I think this might just have just a bunch of artwork.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So it looks like we have a second journal.
King's Ruin, Echoes of Ruin. Oh, Echoes of Ruin, so that's ER.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. The ER.
Oh, right, because there's a different expansion thing as well, I think, in the original one. So these that you have here, these are I believe, the Echoes. So when you completed this, it told you to read a section in the book, and then you would get the secret card or something. Yeah.
Right.
Essentially, they're like memories.
We also have, oh, this is fun. So we have 4 copies of the map. So this here is the map of this new realm, Kings of Ruin. So we have 4 copies of that, and then associated, you have little player cards here, double-sided. Just give you the whole player storyline. So again, these will be saved once we actually go through and pick those players and we play this. We'll be able to see what their storylines are.
Yeah, the map is nice to have. It's something that when I first played through, I didn't realize was actually something that they gave you in the game to try and help you slightly. But the map is there to try and help you figure out which way to go on this board we're trying to explore. Now, it's not entirely accurate, which is kind of fun, but it points you in the right general direction. Do you need the knife?
No, we'll figure it out.
Okay. All right, so he's opening up the character packs. Here we have you've seen this in Madara. It's a red revealer. So in the book, we're not going to show you this. There's blue text that's covered by red. And so this way, when you're scanning through, you can't look ahead and read what that is. Previously, in the original Tainted Grail, you had your dials that were placed in a specific position that revealed what number the secret entry was at. So I had you do that, and then you would go to that space. I think they got rid of that mechanic and turned to just doing this. But it's nice that this is, unlike Madara. So Madara just has kind of a cardboard kind of rectangle flimsy one. This is plastic, which is super nice. It's in theme. It's just this like horror, like bone thing. Oh, this is so fun. What do you got?
Player cards, yeah. So we have each of our character boards here. Obviously, the character pops out, which is kind of different. So I believe the actual Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon, it pops in a little differently. This is pretty cool. So you have your marker tracks here. So this is all the same. So you have your terror level, your health level, your energy level. You have your 6 different pieces.
These aren't the same. They're different on each of them.
Oh, they're slightly different, yeah.
I was wondering why this would even pop out, because
place so-and-so there. So I'm assuming there's an expansion. So maybe we can get an upgrade of this.
Or maybe there's also a way to where you can mix and match these base boards.
No, because it says...
No, I'm saying that's probably initially that's where that is. But
I'm just saying I think there's an upgrade where you can upgrade your character and get another one.
Oh, maybe that's what's in that pack.
Yeah.
Okay, because I know these things, the characters in this do get infected by weirdness and turn into creatures.
Yeah, so maybe that's all part of expansions and whatnot.
Got it.
So that's pretty cool player boards.
I like super solid.
Yeah,
which I love. So we have another game. So D6, which we absolutely love as well, does this same dual layered board sort of thing. But I will say that the Awaken Realms does it better. It's solid. Where with Certifiable Studios, both games, they're D6 as well as Who Goes There. It's slightly flimsier, so they slightly warp in the box a little bit. Not enough that it doesn't ruin the game or anything. Those are great games. You should definitely check them out. But these are definitely a higher quality, which I appreciate. And these characters look so awesome. Something that's great about, if you haven't played the Tainted Grail games, the characters each have their own major benefit, but they're also usually wounded in some way, either mentally or physically. So they have some disadvantage as they're playing. So there's Bjorn in the first one, it was a festering wound. So whenever he gets exhausted, I think he takes damage.
Yeah.
And there's Maggot, where if he has nightmares, something happens with him.
If he gets the terror levels too high.
Yeah.
So we just have a few other little pieces. Don't really need to show these. So we have some character stands. So we'll have those for miniatures.
May or may not need.
Some other pieces probably attached to those to make it whole.
Well, these definitely help with the dial.
Yeah.
This little guy
Connect
is
somewhere.
probably on a dial. So I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, we have little token pieces here. So they're little
magic,
hourglasses or magic. Yeah.
Those are magic tokens.
They look like little, maybe magic or hourglasses.
I think that's the magic. Or maybe it's not the magic symbol.
We have our little. These are just the normal ones that go on your player board for health.
Yeah.
So this marks where you're starting with your health markers.
And that's just little hourglass pieces there. Can't really see the detail.
We got more of those hourglass symbols, but now they're all in a dark grayish fashion. So there has to be some difference why there's only some of the white ones, but way more of the gray ones.
Yeah, I don't know. This will probably tell us in the rule book. Yeah, and then here we have, they look like scrolls. They are scrolls. These are kind of cool. There's like gold scrolls.
Yeah.
What would those be for?
Interesting.
Experience? No. No, wait, no, because that's what those cubes are for. Those cubes are experience. I wonder what these are for. That's kind of cool.
So then we have all our cubes here. So we have a whole set of red ones. We have some purple.
Yep.
We're just gonna dump those in.
And so the red ones are 1, the purples are 5. When I first started playing, I thought the purples were purely magic and the red was everything else. But
that makes sense too.
Yeah, reds are 1, purple 5.
So let's launch all these into here.
Typical stuff.
We have an extra set.
We have this here.
I don't like that.
And there's this here for something.
That's definitely for cards. Oh, that's where the player boards were. Oh no, the player board's on top.
It goes in here though. It's interesting. Figure it out.
All right, I'm gonna move.
This might. Well, I'm saying they may have a spot in here for
something.
The.
Yeah.
If the camp will fit, which we'll put the camp with the miniatures.
There we go. Put those in there for now. Those just seem to fit better.
Yeah. We'll go through and reorganize whatever we need to when we get to that point. Oh yeah, there's definitely more of these.
Yeah.
Because look at.
Why not?
That's clearly where those end up going.
I think there's cards that'll go here.
Probably. Okay.
So now we have our first set of miniatures, but we have way more coming.
So we have the characters first. So let's see. Who we have? Oh, perfect. Move those off over here.
Yeah.
So here we have Elgin. Looks like. It's very cool. Let's get that up to the screen here.
Nice.
There we go. Elgin. And typical fashion for Tainted Grail. These are sun-dropped. Perfect. Looks like we have Lunas. Imagine. There we go. Sorry, Steve's in the way. There we go. And we're here. So disorienting. There we go. Lunas. Very cool. Of course. This is probably the one that Steve would want to play as, I assume. Gerdwin?
100%. First board I looked at.
There's a really cool, like, archer character behind a shield.
She's not even just an archer. That's a crossbow.
Yeah.
Doubly deadly.
That's dope. I love how dynamic these are.
Yeah.
Minis are no longer just static characters. And then we have this little guy who's probably awesome, but Osbert. Yeah, there we are. So cool.
And then the rest of them here look like probably things we'll use throughout the game. So there's 3 of these.
Those are menhirs.
Yeah, so we have 3 menhirs.
They're smaller this time around. And I know the menhirs work. Put those back in. And down it goes. Don't move your feet. There it is. The menhirs are smaller this time, and they work differently than they previously did. Instead of going on the card, I believe they go on the corner of cards, so like between 4 of them. Excuse me. But those are still awesome. You have the horns on here, like on the box. That's great. What else we got there? And then we have, we'll just show you this. I'll just lift this whole thing up.
These are better.
We have just some other minis and monsters and stuff all through here. Great. What else we got? Oh, big boys.
I'll pull these out while I do the cards. I'll let you show those.
Woo! All right. Big Papa here. These things are so dope. I am terrified. This is literally like this is more of a Dark Souls-esque game than the Dark Souls games. No offense, Team Forge, but dude, that's amazing. Oh, what? Come on. Are you kidding me?
Well, this one's gonna wreck you.
Bruh.
I think I'd be more scared of that one than this one. This one just has a sword. This one probably has some like powers
like
and shit.
some Thulu crab wizard dude. My goodness. That's so cool. Awesome.
So then I'll go back to this view. I pulled out all the cards. So that's in the bottom of the box. We have the 3 characters that Nick just had, and we have a bunch of card decks. I don't think we're gonna open them yet. We'll wait until we actually play the game. We'll just keep them all. But you can see here, so we have our Straywood set. So this here is the game card set for that expansion we just saw, that little rule book. And then these 3 are just the main set.
I may just go through and just organize these into the box so it's ready to go for us. But yeah,
they have a Place from Beyond. That's a cool graphic.
They have some dividers this time around between the cards.
Yep, and it's all nicely organized in the box. So those looks like all of your actual main board pieces.
Is this a monster on the back of the actual? Oh wow, that's interesting. So this is something that's new. So this is clearly.
Oh, no, you don't know what's on the back of that card. That's just in the deck.
Well, I know, but this is clearly like this boss, which is a bigger card than they've had previously for the monsters. So I'm assuming
just those last 3 cards of those 3.
Well, what I'm saying is, so these are typically the map cards, is what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, when you go onto whatever this map card is, and you do the action, or it may say when you enter, that's going to initiate this boss, and you flip it over most likely.
I think this is just a separate card.
No, I mean, again, what I was saying, all the map cards are this size.
Yeah, but maybe it's just like a separate side card, because it has like all the bunch of different things, like attaches like the player cards. Like,
yeah, you would still use your player cards to attach. I'm just saying that either way, this is different than what they did in the last one.
Yeah.
Kind of, as far as I know.
Yeah, another set of dividers.
Awesome.
We have our combat cards. So we have a new set of deck there. Encounter deck.
New artwork on the back for the encounters.
This is the top of the open and play deck. Do not shuffle.
Okay, so that's going to be how we learn how to play. They're going to have like a tutorial again, which is great.
Which we're not going to do.
Nope, we're not doing that right now. We'll keep it all packed. I'm not going to save it.
And then Lost Chapter 2, Part 4, event deck. So that will go
with the Lost Chapter book.
That's with this. So
cool.
We got that, but then we have way more. So we have
more chapter cards.
Yeah, so we have this is the back of the Secrets deck. This is a book of secrets.
Well, again, so remember, beforehand the Secrets deck, they were smaller cards like this.
Yeah.
So these were secrets. So this is a different Secrets deck.
Oh, okay.
For this time around, for whatever reason.
We have our Diplomacy. So there's the 3 main decks.
Nice.
We have Card Gloutny. So that looks and attaches with the Secrets deck.
That says Claudine.
Sure.
This is Claudine's card.
Whoever Claudine is.
One of the. I'm assuming probably one. This is probably Claudine.
We have another event deck. So Chapter 9B, Part 5.
This is also a secret deck.
This is our terror deck, right? You're going insane.
So it says keep this card on top of the secrets deck. Do not search this deck until asked. So there's a couple of secret decks, which is.
And we have like a special card too. Card 51.
I wonder if that came with. I don't know. Maybe that was a stretch goal or something like that.
So these are all secret decks right there. And then the last set here is another set of Diplomacy.
Nice.
Another set of Encounter. Oh wait, we have 3 colors.
There's going to be 4 different counters, I think, just like the first time. There was blue, purple, green, and
orange
silver.
Or silver. That's it.
Yeah. So
maybe one's mixed in here somewhere. It's a smaller deck or something.
Yep.
There we go. Woo. And then the last.
So you got the way here.
Yeah, I'll slide those back in. I'll give you this back to your screen. There you go.
So one of the things that was part of this campaign that's actually used for both versions of Tainted Grail is the campsite. So let me take this out here. So first we have just a little notation of the campsite. It's just a picture. There's nothing special about that. Then you have some setup cards, stage 1, 2, and 3 of your campsite. So setup for the first set of Tainted Grail games. So Age of Legends, Last Night, Red Death, Avalon. And then your setup for Knights of Ruin. And then you have the actual campsite, and this is really cool. So this guy, there's 3 phases to this. So you have your first phase, which is just a simple, like, little fence and a little fire. And then you can upgrade it with the next part, which goes right on there. So now you have better fence, better fire. There's a little pot that's on there now and everything. And then the third section is this tent. That's here. And that just clicks right on here as well. And then you have your entire campsite here. Don't know what it does. Don't know the perk of this. Just know that that's a really fun, cool concept for upgrading a campsite. I think another game that has a similar campsite feature that's a main part of the game is Robinson Crusoe. And they recently had a collector's edition campaign that they did for their regular game. And they had a bunch of constructible campsites and stuff like that as well.
Solid.
So I like this constructible mini thing. I know there's also, what is it? Goodness gracious. Oh, it's a Peter Pan one. I'm forgetting the name of it. But it also has like a constructible like Jolly Roger.
So in terms of reboxing, before you put that in,
right.
So everything's pretty nice. So you have those 3 big miniatures. All the card sets right now are just grouped, obviously, because it's own packaging. But there's plenty of spaces where all these cards will get aligned and decks stacked together. And then, yeah, that one slides right on top where you have the smaller set of minis. We'll have those character cards. And like Nick said, we probably in this envelope have more or something carries on from the other versions maybe. We don't know yet.
Let me see if this campground will fit in there.
It definitely will not.
Let's see.
It will not.
That's what we're going to try.
Who's going to fit?
Oh.
I didn't know it comes apart.
I literally just went over how
I
it came
wasn't paying
apart.
attention.
I was like, that's literally what I think this
back.
spot is for. Right here is for that campground. And then these cards, for now,
Go in the card slot.
we'll put right down here until we find a spot for it on the bottom. Love it. Love consolidating. To any designers out there, please design your games if you have expansions where they can all be held within 1 or 2 boxes if there's more than 2 boxes. But consolidation is key for me.
And then, we'll have all those pop-outs, which we'll get to
This goes
shortly.
on top afterwards.
And you know what all these are for? I guarantee these are for those pop-outs, all the little cards. And not for this.
Yeah, we're not going to use the pop-outs, though, because we're going to, if they're there. And if that's not
No,
there,
the cards. The little square, rectangular ones?
Oh, possibly.
Not possible. That's almost guaranteed.
Yeah, but those can go here.
Sure.
And we could literally put all these here.
We have our guides. All these will just say...
Nope, wrong.
I know, I'm just saying. Everything will be just stacked on top. Oh, sure.
As I was saying, no, wrong.
Now we can stack it. Whatever. We're trying to save the turtles by not using the plastic.
Not using the plastic. Apparently, paper is even more toxic. Actually, this will probably go down first. Boop. Because they sit flat. Remember those?
Oh,
Just because the flatter sit.
oh, that's good.
I did those in there. Underneath that. So. So this box is definitely a little thicker, or this
Oh, it's the book.
it's this, which is fine.
Well, like some of this stuff will be able to move around too.
Well, the punch outs won't be there, which are adding about a little couple millimeters there. So I just don't like how this is so uneven. It's tweaking me out. There's my OCD kicking in. Hope you all are having fun watching Nick go through. You should see me put away. It's definitely not going to sit flat. The new book.
Madara.
That's fine. Yeah, Madara. Always takes a second to figure out how to put back away.
I got to a point where I'm like, I'm just going to leave him at our buddy's house and go home myself.
I'm going to move this down here onto the floor to get it out of the way.
And then we have one more box. for this box.
Here we have the miniatures. And like I said, those punch outs are most likely these miniatures. So we'll keep the miniatures until I can validate that that's exactly what these are for. But here we go. Kings of Ruin, Weird Encounters.
Oh, I like that they have the map on top. Love
Yeah, they do that for all of them, which is spectacular. I think it's just one layer.
Go. Oh, yeah.
It's just one layer that's in there.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I always check
Back
underneath
is empty.
for any kind of like secret fun stuff. I think when we design games, we're gonna put some fun stuff under the inserts. It's just like a secret. But yeah, so we have some awesome minis here. Look at this.
Smog.
Whatever this is. That's not even a dragon. It's just a
Oh, it looks like a
thing. Some weird antelope that's mutated.
We have a Lancer battle here. It's like we're in medieval times. Dude's just running on his horse.
Nice.
Woo.
This Guardian is like something up out of like Devil May Cry. My goodness.
We get Dante in here.
I recently saw someone did it's probably AI, but some concept art imagining Keanu Reeves as Dante. That would be amazing.
This looks like Poseidon-esque almost. Oh, no, it's not Trident. Oh, that's a little bothersome to me.
Well, don't grab it by that.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like,
yeah. So some of the parts look like they're definitely skinny.
Yeah.
And a bit flimsy. Oh, it's okay. As I drop it.
Break it.
Oh, yeah, it's okay as long as you don't grab it by this. It'll be fine. So definitely be careful. So we have like this guy holding
cross thing.
His like flag, and it's got a little flimsy to it because the miniature portion is really skinny on here. So be careful pulling these out. Make sure you grab them by the base when you take them out. Do not grab them
by the tops.
Yeah. Then of course be careful putting them back in.
And this dude has like a wolf dragon-esque companion. That looks really cool.
Nice.
Double-sided sword.
Looks like a different upgraded version of the weird bear from the first one that was all mutated. This thing has 2 heads now. Oh man. Yikes.
Yeah, a ton of cool miniatures.
These will be fun to encounter in the weirdness.
And everything just
and probably really
so nicely back
honestly not as fun to encounter because we would almost likely kick our butts. I assume these, so anything that has a miniature to it are probably also enemies that will stay on the board if you don't defeat them, much like the Guardians in the first one, where the Guardians, if you don't beat them, they stay on the board and you roll the Guardian die each turn and it'll tell you which way they move when they come after you. So, all right. Well, let me get this big boy back up here on the screen. Woo! I'm going to pulse the front camera. That works. There we go. Well, this is an unboxing of Kings of Ruin, the main game, the miniatures, and the deluxe book. We won't get to it on this channel, at least Kings of Ruin, probably for a good year at least. We will definitely be starting Tainted Grail now that we have the update pack. When is our next campaign month we're shooting for?
It's supposed to be June.
June. So June is when we'll start it. And it'll go through the summer as long as it takes to get through it. We'll most likely die at some point.
No, Nick will die. I won't.
We'll die at some point. And usually that's permadeath.
That's true. You'll backstart your character all over again?
So yeah, we'll see how we want to do that. If we want to do permadeath and start over from the top.
We're doing permadeath, yeah.
Or if we want to do save point style RPG permadeath. Okay, so
I played Diablo hardcore.
Let's go.
Permadeath.
I'm good. Let's go. So thank you for watching us to this unboxing here. We hope you're as excited for this as we are. Please tune in to our channel. Look at our other videos we have going on. We recently just did a playthrough of RuneScape Kingdoms by Steamforged Games. So we have an unboxing, a live learn, and a playthrough. So typically when we do these unboxings, we also pair it with a live learn, and that's a little bit different than how to play because that's where we are live, going through the rule book, learning how to play much like you would at the table yourselves when learning the game. It's kind of fun. It's dirty. You get to see us make mistakes. You get to see us have aha moments. You get to see us call each other stupid because we assume neither of us can read.
We just add rules that we didn't read.
Steve calls me dumb because I can't do math as quick as he can. It's a lot of fun. So please tune in. Please go like and subscribe so that way you know when this all goes down. We do also have our Twitch channel as well, which is where we typically do these unboxing, live learns, and first playthroughs, as well as our normal playthroughs. That's on Thursdays at 8 and usually Saturdays at 1. That's all Pacific Standard Time. So go follow us on Twitch at Bald and Board Games. We thank you for joining. I'm Bald.
I'm bored.
We'll catch you at the table.